I've had a pretty exciting weekend. If you guys didn't know, I spoke at the Liberty Convocation on Friday. I flew into D.C. on Thursday, got my buddy Nick D, drove down to Lynchburg, Virginia on Friday, spoke in front of the largest gathering of young adults in the world, weekly gathering of young adults in the world. If you go to my community tab on the Ruslan KD page, you could check out the actual talk. So, yep, that's me. And yeah, we're in front of the largest gathering of young adults, weekly gathering of young adults. This is 8,500 students in an arena, which was phenomenal. And I got to share a bit of my testimony, share God's word. And if you guys really want, we're making a whole vlog around this, but if you guys want to see something cool, this will not make it in the vlog. They somehow, I don't know how Liberty did this, but they got my wife to do the intro. She shot the intro to the conversation. Now, I couldn't even get my wife to do a Patreon exclusive stream when we cracked 5,000 Patreon, right? And they got her to do the Dagon intro, which was already jarring to me of like, how the heck, because we do my best to keep my family private, just because I'm recognized fairly often in public, and I don't want that for them, for her specifically. And yeah, so I'm not gonna play it for you guys because I'll probably choke up, but I could not believe that they got her to do the intro. So if you guys want to watch it, go show some love to the thing. It's a pretty extended intro too. I mean, it's a good minute of her talking. So those of you guys that always like, Ruslan, what about your wife? Or like sometimes you search like Ruslan KD, one of the top things that comes up on Google is Ruslan KD wife. All of that is you could get a feel for it, all of that in the Dagon Liberty Convocation. And yeah, this was phenomenal. And I had an amazing time. I really got to enjoy the students. Like I got to go on campus. I got to hang out with some students, shoot around a little bit. Nick D actually stuck around, played basketball. Then we ended up going and doing a live podcast with a group that's going to be coming out. That looks insane. It was super dope. And then obviously the talk right here, it was really, really awesome. It was really, really awesome. It is very different speaking to that many people in a room, especially in an arena. And it is, yeah, I would say it's a fairly high pressure situation, but Liberty did such a great job, from Pastor Josh to Abram to Shandon on the arts and media team. They did such a fantastic job in terms of the hospitality and making me feel comfortable. And all the students, we had a pretty big line of students that wanted to meet me and hang out and grab some pictures. The band that opened up, I want to say they're called Liberty Collective. It is a very special experience, to say the least. So shout out to Liberty University. You guys should go watch the talk again. We're making a whole vlog around this that I think you guys are going to really enjoy, behind the scenes. And my talk was about revival. Shout out to folks who've been here since the King's Dream days. Props to you guys. King's Dream, John 10:10, living God's dream for your life. King's Dream, that still is the name of my LLC. And so yeah, anyway, so go check that out. Also, right after this, I left Liberty. I came home late Friday night. I got up, took a shower, went and caught 2 quarters of my son's basketball game, then got on another flight and went to Vegas and spoke at Walk Church's Deepen Conference, which was phenomenal as well. Shout out to Pastor Hayden. Shout out to Walk Church in Las Vegas. Amazing time with them. And so I had a very, very different crowds, by the way, right? Very different crowds. Liberty University, just because it's a Christian college don't mean everyone there is a Christian. And you could tell there was a good amount of students that didn't necessarily want to be at Convocation, but I got a lot of DMs of like, I don't even like Convocation, but I loved your talk. The experience was overall amazing, but it's a different experience. It's in an arena. It's hard to hear people, hard to hear yourself. There's a screen, so they're all kind of looking up at the screen instead of looking at you. And then there is a small 150 person gathering at Walk Church for their Driven Conference in a middle school where Pastor Hayden actually went to. And that was one of them, probably the funnest time I've ever had preaching that I could think of. It's something about preaching in front of churches that could preach back to you. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about, right? That was phenomenal. And they had a great worship band. Pastor Hayden, me and him did a podcast before. And I preached there. That was fun. And then I went and did their open mic poetry slam. I actually did some music because I got a music show coming up, and we're rolling out some new stuff. Me and Nick got a new song coming out. My man CP said a black church. Well, a multiracial church, a multi-ethnic church. There's a lot of Hispanics, a lot of black, a lot of white, everybody in Vegas. God's doing something in Vegas. Let me tell you, between Pastor Benny Perez, between Central Church, between Walk Church, God is doing something in Vegas. And it's similar to what we're experiencing, I would say, in the major cities. Like, there are people that are coming to faith and it's really costing them something. It's not like I could just be a cultural Christian. Like to be a Christian in Vegas, to be a Christian in Southern California, in New York City, like it cost you something. And so there was a lot of folks there that were very, very awesome, did the open mic, came back from Vegas, landed at like 10, got home at 11, got up, went to church, and then crashed out all day Sunday. And now I'm still kind of recovering. I'm feeling a bit under the weather, but I'm so glad to be here with you guys. So I had a phenomenal weekend of back-to-back speaking engagements, and I can't wait to do more speaking. I'm going to be at, of course, our Bless God Summit. If you guys didn't know, we're having our Bless God Summit. The lineup is ridiculously stacked. Let me show you guys this real quick. We have virtual tickets for that, but I'm also going to be at Apologetics Canada with Wes Huff. So this is our summit, March 27th, 28th, 29th. There's a virtual ticket available for this right now. John Keith, Preston Perry, Dr. Sean McDowell, Dustin Tavella, Nick D, Lila Rose, Twizzle Fitness, my pastor, Jeff and Aaron Moores, Alan Parr and Jen Parr. We just added Ryan Panetta, Nate Sala, Dallas Jenkins. That's the Chosen's Dallas Jenkins. My man, Pastor Ed Newton, Pastor Chris Brown from North Coast Church, Gavin Ortland, God Logic Apologetics, Daniel Golding. We just added Arthur from Apologia Center. That's happening. But I'm also going to be at Apologetics Canada with Wes Huff at the beginning of March. And so there's just a lot of really amazing opportunities I'm getting to speak. So grateful to be on so many different speaking platforms. So yeah, so this is me at Apologetics Canada Conference. Me, Wes Huff are doing some stuff together and separate. And yeah, this is going to be phenomenal. So if you guys are in the area, go pull up. If you guys want to check out our event, come hang out, Southern California. It's going to be amazing. And I can't wait to meet more of you guys in person. Like this is cool. I don't mind the virtual thing. I don't mind the being able to scale comfortably in a controlled environment, but there's nothing like being in front of people and hanging with people and meeting you guys in person. And I really do make it a point to meet as many of you guys in person as I can. So if you can, come out to one of these events. I like to meet you. I like to shake your hand, give you a dap, chop it up if we can. Obviously, like Liberty University, it was almost impossible for me to meet everybody and or at least have an interaction, but I got to hang out with about 25 students in the podcast afterwards. And so, yeah, I'm ecstatic, man. A lot of really cool stuff happening that I'm super grateful for, and getting able to speak publicly is a craft that I've always worked on until the YouTube took off, and then YouTube took off and I kind of zoned in on that, and now I'll get to come back to it and refine it. So anyway, come down to a speaking event. Hey, thank you so much for checking out the video. Please be sure to comment below and subscribe and all that good stuff, and check out this other video that YouTube seems to be recommending just for you. Let me know if they nailed it. All right, I'll see you over there. Peace.